You and I press record.
Gotcha.
All right. Hello, beautiful people. First and foremost, welcome, welcome, welcome. I need to address and pay respects to the First Nations, the original people, the first guardians here in Australia, the original people, the Aboriginal people. So respect and blessings to their past, present, and future generations to come. This is home away from home. So my home is Aotearoa, beautiful New Zealand. So tēnā koe. Also Olavanaka from Fiji, Polynesia. Tolofalava from Polynesia. My other lineage. Greetings and welcome, welcome, welcome. Our beautiful topic today is on truth and freedom that has a range of emotions and energies a part of it. So we're going to have a bit of a fruit salad meeting of song, words, storytelling, singing, and silence. So thank you, global family and friends that have come over from across the waters through the winds to join us in your time zones. I want to thank our beautiful teachers with heart. So this is all about communication from heart that brings truth. So Grandma Anette, thank you from Sweden. My beautiful sister Christine, thank you from Denmark. So we've got our European warriors, our European Vikings in there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Roland will come on later. He's got his son with him, so he'll come on later. And our beautiful technician, our boss lady, Ada, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to start soon. And I just want to acknowledge a few people that came on. Without all of you coming on, we don't have a Zoom. So it's not just about us. We are all together as a family to talk about this topic of truth. Ani Sue here in Gold Coast. I've missed you. Thank you for coming on. Trisha in Canada, who's family too. Thank you, Trish, for coming on. I think it's early in the morning. Sylvester in Amsterdam there. So everyone, thank you for your time. I'm going to open up with a prayer for many reasons to connect all of us in one vibration. It allows, through the start of prayer, to say thank you to everything that we don't see and that's a part of the Zoom. So if everyone can close their eyes. And we're going to just do 3 breaths in and out to ground us, connect us, and allow a circle of a vibration to bring us together as one family in here, to speak one language, truth. When we breathe in, I want people to think of the colour blue. Water, breathe in blue and cleanse the body. And on breath out, when we breathe out with that warmth, think red. Fire, to breathe out toxins and energies that don't serve us anymore, so we can remember to always stay in connection and in flow with ourselves. So we need to be aware of what's within. So let's take a breath in, blue, and out, red, and again in, blue, and out through your mouth, red, and one more, breathe in, and out, red. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can open your eyes. So truth and freedom. Well, that's an interesting word because right now I am doing the Zoom from a hotel room in Adelaide, Australia, in quarantine through this COVID blessing in disguise. So it's a bit ironic that today is talking about truth and freedom. And here I am in an experience that I don't consent to. And I'm not going to go into that, but it's been an interesting experience, which I give gratitude for being a witness to this, because I have done my homework and I have a whole suitcase where I've travelled on my global walk for the last 4 years that have facts, which are truth about what's happening today. And here I am in a situation, in a lockdown, watching everything that I'm experiencing that has not got a lot of truth with it, which has taken to a certain point freedom away. Do I consent to what's happening? No. But to be able to see my children and grandchildren and to be able to see family, I've had to comply without consent to see my loved ones. And this is a really good opportunity to talk about I am one, and here we are as we. And the only way that we can change these behaviours is to work together worldwide to educate, bring awareness to the table of truth, because truth is the only way we're going to be able to change behaviours and systems. So I'm here with you in quarantine, and let's just say I could talk a whole week about how it's been here, and it hasn't been a nice welcoming experience. So here we are. Truth for me goes within. Everyone hears about go within. What does that mean? Everyone works differently. We get brought up differently. There's different cultures, traditions, and values. But what happens when you go within? It wakes up the medicine. Everything that's a part of you inside, everything that's been a part of your lineage through your DNA, gets woken up when you connect within yourself. When we were born, we were free spirits. Spirit does not see colour, and it only works from heart with compassion. And in life, when we get sent here, we also walk with the energies and behaviours, good and not good, of our parents, our biological parents. And so as we walk on our journey, these two words change on our walk, where the past behaviours, stories passed down through our families, generation upon generation, when we look back, comes through the pregnancy, and we walk with our parents' stories that they didn't get a chance to heal. And so mistakes, sometimes when people haven't got the tools, and we all sometimes have made a lie to create a story for a good reason, truth gets unbalanced. And that's okay, because truth sometimes isn't easy if you haven't had supports in your life, if you're not in loving, caring environments. And when we do come across these roadblocks, don't see them as negative energy. Look at them as teachings, and that you're in training to become who you are today. I'm going to talk about nature too and bullet point them. So children, our babies, nature, and the animals, for me, only walk and talk truth. And they are our teachers. And when we have a look at it today, the truth today is the vulnerable people and beings today are nature, all of nature, water, trees, our food sources give us life. The children, the babies, only can talk truth because they're the most purest. So they are our teachers, they are our role models. And the animals, all beings, can only talk truth for their behaviours, and they can't even speak. So it's about watching behaviours and how we conduct and work together. And so for some people that might not have safe people around them, safe environments too, because a few people said to me, well, if you haven't got good role models and you've got a lot of negative energies around you, how can you understand truth and how can you feel free? Good question. Our fur babies that become families love us to bits. Nature and the elements don't hurt us, don't answer back. And so where do you get truth within nature? Sit by the trees and breathe in. Connect with the wind. Connect with the tree, they are our ancestors. Sit by the water. Even when you have water like this in a glass and you connect in with it and really connect in and practice it, not once, get into a routine when you connect with nature. And it'll soon teach you truth from here. Sun, when it's on your face, will talk to you with truth, because all of these elements of nature are already inside us. It came through us, through our parents, and everything that we put within us are the elements, the nature, and all the beings that sacrifice for us. So there is unconditional abundance of truth going in. It's about what you want to put in and how you look after yourself within. Will show you your actions of seeing truth, hearing truth, talking truth, smelling truth, feeling truth, digesting in your tummy. That will allow and show the results of how you walk and talk truth. And you have to surrender sometimes, like breath in and out. We have to surrender energies that don't belong to us. Sometimes we have to forgive ourselves and others. To surrender that energy, or else good energy, good tools don't come in. And for people that know me, I always have a saying, truth always reveals itself in the end. And so it's easier when you practice to talk truth instead of creating all of this other space of negative words, behaviors, actions that don't serve you or others. So there's a little bit of bullet points, and I'll come in at the end. And I'm so honoured to have Grandma Anette, who I met in Sweden, in Stockholm. And as soon as we saw each other, it was like when we connected with each other, it was total truth. And then freedom was around us, free spirit, and we sort of haven't left each other's sides in regards to walking together now. And she's going to talk about channeling the voices of the animals through truth. For those of you that don't know me, thank you for coming on, and it's an honour to meet all of you energetically. I have been walking a walk my whole life. I've been in service for others, and I had to wait for my passage of rites to become a grandmother. And I have 3 beautiful children and 3 grandchildren, and they are my medicine, and they only behave and teach me truth. I had to wait till I became a grandmother to come across the waters globally, to be respectful as a visitor, to have a look at the truths of what was going on in all different parts of Mother Earth. And then I came back and shared my truths with ceremony, with the elements, water, Mother Earth, fire, the animals, through storytelling and voice, and allowing people to connect in with nature, to feel it, to smell it, to see it, to wake up the medicine within, to strengthen the spirits of all these beautiful people, to connect them in with your own homelands, your own stories, your own lineage. I went back again and we connected on solutions and meetings and gatherings, to now globally as one pot of soup. Everyone's put in their different vegetables, flavors, spices, and then the water of life comes in, and it's been simmering and brewing. And I can't wait till 2021, soon, when the website's out. We're working on setting up the platforms to share the new projects and new leaderships and systems coming through. So if people want to know more about that, I'm going to put my website in there and I can answer questions later. So I'm going to pass this on to Grandma Anette, who's going to read from her book. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for all of you being here with us. I'm bringing greetings from the northern part of Sweden, and the sun just came up here. And my fire, well, I hope it warms you all, and I hope you can see me because I only have the light from outside, today, and some candles. Shortly about myself, I am a photographer, journalist. I am an author, and I'm a publisher. And the book that Ivy mentioned is not out yet. It will be. And I channeled it 2 years ago, and I haven't been brave enough to live my truth until now. And that's what I mean with live my truth is to be honest with who I am. And to me, it means that I'm telling the world that I am connected with everything. To me, this is very, very natural. I was born in a family where I needed protection and another family around me to feel safe. And I was gathered around with a family of animals, family of trees, family of plants. And to me, it was very, very natural to communicate with them. And I haven't stopped. To me, it's natural. It's like talking to you. And I remember I gave them a promise when I was a little child. I said, well, one day when I grow up, I will be your voice. I will also teach people how to, communicate with you, to listen to your truth and your teachings. Because for me, it has never been, if I meet eagle, it means this and that. If I meet and when I meet the eagle, I listen to the message of the eagle. And so I will say like Ivy did, if you have any questions for me, you can just put it in there and I will look at it, and my email address will also be there. So I have to do this on the computer because today we have a beautiful beautiful close friend of mine, the Puma. And she came to me very strong in a meditation when I was very, very weak. And she gave me strength. And she actually forced me to look at myself in a different way, with different eyes. And she still walks with me whenever I need strength. And she's telling me to tell you that whenever you need her guidance, you can call on her. You know, you can take a picture on your mobile, or a picture of a puma or a mountain lion, and she will be there with you. So here's the words that she gave to me for her own chapter. Independence, freedom, and autonomy. I am Puma, and some call me mountain lion. I am independent. I am self-sufficient, and I am free. My message is that being independent will help you grow, both on a personal level or human can in general. To strive for independence will create progress and expansion. When you depend totally on someone or something, such as a person or a society, you risk losing your own value and self-respect. To use your power to oppress, to make another being or a group believe that they cannot stand strong by themselves, is not true leadership. And this is the way many humans treat themselves and each other, feeling that they are not strong enough, can't do it by themselves. To oppress yourself, human, by thinking that you are not good enough is not building self-worth and a life in harmony and happiness. I live my life in the mountains, and a big part of my life in solitude. I raise my young to live like me. Humans need each other in a different way, at least for now. In the future, you will evolve in another direction, but here and now, to be a part of a pack is important for most of you. Some enjoy solitude like me, and some can't bear it. It is a question of personality, inner strength, and feeling of safety within. To be independent does not mean that you place yourself outside society, be alone, or to live in alienation. To be self-sufficient is to trust in your own ability and intuition. To be free and live your own truth without limitations, no matter what people around you or even your own family think and feel about it. How free and independent are you truly in your daily life? I am Puma, and I see that many of you are like marionettes, lifting and moving arms and legs when invisible threads pull you in different directions. Strong and independent people do not make choices that are not fully in line with your own heart and beliefs. You need to understand this to see the truth and wake up. There's no other way I can describe it. You all know what a theater with marionette looks like. Can you picture yourself as one of those dolls in your mind, dear human? Try to see who or what is pulling the threads in your life. The truth will slowly unfold if you dare to look for it and ask yourself some tough questions. And the answer will be found within yourself. How independent are you? To answer that question, you need to look at what and who actually drives your life. What is the force behind your choices? How much do you depend on others? Different people in your life, chosen leaders, are they making the right decisions for you? And one important thing is about the technology that most of you are totally dependent on, owned, and run by very few. The technology that you must use in your daily life, but also makes you feel important, forming who you are. These technologies are designed to make you feel validated and not alone. Many of you learn at a very early age to believe that self-trust grows from the different channels you are connected to, not through your own hands-on experience in life, building inner strength and respect. I am Puma, and I do not lack compassion and kindness, but I use it together with my intelligence as sharp as my canine tooth. Intelligence, dear humans, is all about survival, and right now you are heading towards your own destruction. You need to open your eyes and dispel the mist, creating a romantic shimmer around consumption and welfare. Dispel everything world leaders are threatening will fall apart if you do not follow their particular line. Sorry. I challenge you to start to rethink and ask yourself who or what is running your life. What is the root of the choices you make? Are you free, dear human? You are born with the gift of choice. How are you using it? I see you building castles in the air on the values that do not benefit the survival of the human race, your own survival, and your offspring's possibility to have a future. My message is to open your heart to feelings, open your eye and look around. How can you create more independence in your own life, more freedom? What this means to you is your own truth and responsibility to find out. Deep within, you already know. Like me, Puma, you have the power to stand strong and proud, no matter what everyone else thinks or does. You have the capacity to look at your life with humbleness. What do you need right now to do to make a difference? What do you want to include on this journey, and who do you want to share this specific time with? I stand proud, but when my offspring leave me, knowing that I have lived as a role model for freedom, independence, and responsibility. If you are a parent, what do you bring up your children to believe in? Freedom and independence with responsibility is my message today. And to walk your own truth is the only way to become that very special person you are meant to be, living in freedom without strings and attachments, trying to pull you in directions that do not benefit you at all. My joy is great, human. I have been able to share my message and my belief in you as endless as the sky, as deep as the ocean. The water we all share here on the earth, we all inhabit in togetherness. I walk in trust of humanity, and if you dare to look at yourself through my eyes, you will grow and create the new future. The new humans living in harmony with everything, including themselves. No boundaries, no limits, only possibilities, and the great feeling of love and unity. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Wow.
Thank you.
Graham, I wanted you just to talk a bit more about the book on.
Wait, just give me a sec.
So, yeah. We're racing through you, but
thank you for listening. I will pull myself together. She's very, very strong. And she says her thanks, really. So about the book. um, I got 2 months to channel 29 different animals, and well, I was, yeah, it's sorry, it's hard to speak right now, but this book will be turned into a documentary video, I hope, or not I hope, it will be. And it will be live through different eyes. And it will be a documentary that brings these teachings that came to me to humanity. And it's, well, we have been reading The Raven, you know, as a start today about magic. And it's actually, it's filled with joy, it's filled with love, it's filled with knowledge, and it's filled with strength. And the animals keep coming, you know, and not only by spirit. I will just tell you very shortly what happened to me, and what very often happens to me is that physical, real animals turn out in my life and ask for help. And the other, you know, I think it was 1.5 months ago or 2 months ago, I was on my way to do a photography session, and outside my door was a muskox. And this is a very, very rare animal to, you know, be among people, because they live high up in the mountains in Greenland and Norway, and very few of them, a little herd now also in Sweden. And I wasn't sure if this was a real animal, you know. I thought it was a spirit animal. And he came to me to ask for help for his tribe and to teach us. And he's with us now, and he's asking me to tell you that we need to work on our communication through heart. It's so important, because the reason why he's still close here around us is because we fail in our communication through hearts in Sweden. And his message to come here, even if his people feel he's dangerous, because he walks in circles trying to find his way home, and he needs help. So what I would like to end this little speech is, if I would love you to challenge yourself that when you meet an animal, don't just go and look into a book. Oh, I met this animal today. What does it mean? Try to listen. You know, it's not hard. You can just feel in your heart if it's, maybe the animal needs some water. Maybe it's I can give you an example from the muskox again. He reminded me that if I had looked up in a book why he was here, you know, the meaning of him, it would have told me to take care of my family. And then I would have stayed there. Well, he reached out for me to take care of his family, and at the same time teach my people, because we have problems in Sweden with communication between the different departments of the government and the indigenous people here and the Swedish people. So he's stuck in these things now. So, but I am his PR agent, and we will do our best to help him to come home. And so that's for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandma. And I know when you're channeling and speaking from truth through the animals, it's not easy, and that is what brings up energy. And I'll talk about that later. Energy in truth. So to move that vibration through and allow people to digest, there was a lot in that story, so thank you. Our beautiful Puma. Christine, beautiful friend that became family from Denmark, is going to share a song, and she'll explain the song, which is all about truth. And I'll let her introduce and share some medicine with us. Thank you.
Yoo-hoo!
You.
Good morning. Here's morning, so I'm gonna say good morning. First, thank you so much, Ivy, for this invitation. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be here. I'm also very, very happy to meet you, Annette. Thank you so much for your words. Yeah, it touches my heart. all these elements around us all the time. I want to just respond a little bit to what Anette was bringing. I'm from the north also. I'm from Denmark. I was born in the north of Denmark, and now I live on an island more south. I was feeling so much the reindeers when you were talking, Annette. I saw this vision of this great, strong reindeer antlers. I've had also the pleasure and the privilege and the challenge of being guided on the spirit rings around the world the last years. Weaving my ancestrals with the South American traditions, very much spending time in the Amazon forest with the forces of the snake, the puma as well. And also I've been the pleasure to also come up to the northern parts, to be with the Sami, also with the Siberian, bringing a grandmother from Siberia to the Sami. So there is this very strong weaving happening through my channel in this world. And it's quite a dance. I come from a background of dance also, so it's quite a dance to keep all these voices aligned inside my own being attentive to the greater truth, while assisting the various forces and spirits that are talking through. So it's a beautiful walk. Very, yeah. It is what it is, yeah. Anyway, so one of these ways of me speaking is very much through my singing voice also. So I have these songs that come through. I have the pleasure of receiving songs from other ancestral lines, bringing them through my own channel. So this is what I wish to bring today. I wish to bring 2 songs. At least this is what's planned. One is one of my own songs that came through very much in the time of the Standing Rock. With similarly in a situation where we are in one part of the world and another very strong movement is happening in another part of the world, and how are we active, how are we supportive through being, you know? So this song came through that I wish to sing, and then secondly I will bring another song that comes from another part of the world, which is more from the lineage of China. It's a Taoist, brought from a Taoist master, which fundamentally both songs speaks of truth, both songs speaks of freedom, both speaks of the love of life through union. And yeah, may you enjoy. And the eagle, the birds in the sky, wisdom of my people, my grandfather's words will never die. May we all remember the golden sun we come from. May we all surrender to the soil where we belong. Find love within, find truth within, find peace within, find justice within. The condor and the eagle, the birds in the sky, flying high. The wisdom of your people, your grandmother's words will never die. May we all remember the endless sea where we can safely be. May we all surrender into love and be free. Find love within, find truth within, find peace within, find justice within. 'Cause I will stand with my sword, ready to defend all my brothers and sisters, parents and friends. And I will rise like an eagle and fly with the wind to protect all the people and their rights to their land. 'Cause I will stand with my sword, ready to defend all my brothers and sisters, parents and friends. And I will rise like an eagle and fly with the wind to protect all the people and their rights to their land. The warrior within has awakened. The warrior within has awakened. The warrior within has awakened.
You.
You.
Yeah, thank you. I might talk and then we might get you to close with the other song that will frame it up beautifully. So thank you. And yeah, I just want to remind us when we met in Norway, we met on a private island where I think there was about, how many teachers there? Probably about half a dozen. And I just remember one of the highlights was Christine, and her medicine was her voice and her music. So medicine through truth comes in many different ways, as we see: song, voice, storytelling. So there's many energies that can help and guide us to understand what the word truth is. So thank you. I just want to remind people, truth is something that sometimes gets distorted, gets distracted, and that's exactly what we're going through right now in 2020. And it's okay. There's been sacrifices, and I want to pay respects to all of those people that have gone through hardship, loss, because we need to work together to use our skills, share our resources, and those that have abundance, who've been woken up to share money, if they have abundance, to share it on a micro and macro level, to form new structures, processes and laws, LORE, not LAW, common law, for the people, by the people, back to the people. And I sit with joy in my heart too, because right now I know so many beautiful global leaders and teachers from heart that only walk and talk the truth. And I'm only surrounding my people that are like-minded in this manner. And I want everyone to remember too that the children are our role models of that, the animals, nature and the elements. People got confused when they met me globally when I bring children into ceremonies in different parts of the world, which is opposite to our way. Our children are our bosses, our teachers. And they are the most precious ones too. And I've brought in 2-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds into ceremony. Why? Because they are the role models of truth. So we have to be very mindful today on how, even though we're going through hardship and we all experience it on different levels in 2020, be mindful how we role model our behaviors. It's about these words, self-responsibility. You have to look after yourself, look after number one. Because without looking after you, you're not balanced. So then how are you meant to look after anyone else? Be patient with yourself, because we're going into some new teachings that are going to be a bit rocky again, because there's still an energy of people not behaving and talking and working for us. They're not working in truth. And so things are changing and coming. And the system is still around that doesn't work and serve us. So it's about hard work. The hard work's coming. And we don't have to make it too hard if we work together. And the new projects, there's so many great projects coming out. Unfortunately, a lot will have to be online, maybe in the start of the year, and then gradually, with our patience, we'll come back to being in connection with another. And these words will be able to have a toolbox for people to share and bridge between each other again. And where we come back to one language, truth from heart. It's the only way. The only way we're going to clean up, protect, and enjoy our future and be accountable for all the children and grandchildren, the next generation, is through unconditional love. You can't get through that. And so for the people that are on the front line, and I can see many that have come through, Alexandra's from Greece, hello, hello, hello. Aunty Fiona from Portugal. I see Mark that's doing projects. Thank you for all the hard work of people that haven't given up in this blessing in disguise, where we're all working together to create the new way to give us freedom back to reclaim, restore, and rebirth what we have in abundance. Our beautiful home is paradise, and we're going to reclaim it back. And yeah, I just want to take a few seconds, and I want everyone to go into silence. You don't have to close your eyes, but I just want to go into silence for about 30 seconds to pay respect and silence to the energies, spirit, good and not good, that have its place, that have helped us even through the hard times, and the bumps and the knocks are our teachings, and that's what makes us stronger. Surrender and forgive to what was already planned for us. And so in 30 seconds, I just want us to take a breath in and out, and we will go into silence of all of the unseen stuff that we need to connect in with again. And then we'll take a breath in and out again, and I'm going to allow a few minutes for questions. If there's no questions, our beautiful Christine's going to close with another song, and a song all about unconditional love and magic, and I'll close with a prayer. So may we all close our eyes if you choose to, and take a breath in and out. And let's just go into silence and pay respects to all of the struggles, the teachings, the energies, spirit, through the Creator, and also through this silence soon. Let's send love from our hearts to all of the hearts and energies that are stuck, that are blocked, and that are lost. Let's take another breath in and out. And I think the word gratitude was coming up. And for those of us that are in a good place, that have met beautiful people, that have had the opportunity to have supports and resources, to be mindful that truth is actually a hard word for a lot of people. And when I globally went on my walk and repeated it and repeated it and repeated it, was interesting when I saw so many people not understand, get stuck, and waste so much energy on going around in circles, telling lies or storytelling, and being afraid and going to anxiety. And this is what makes us sick. It's an energy that doesn't serve us. And when that grows and grows and we feed it, we get sick. Like a kitten, when we feed it, grows into a cat. A puppy grows into a dog, a fur baby. A baby, we were all babies and we're brought here as these gifts of life. And as we grow, if these energies that don't serve us grow with us, this word gets blocked. Our freedom gets blocked. And this is what we are facing today of, there's a lot of facts and truth out there, but we have to wake up, and it's time to stand up. The veils are all coming down. People are getting exposed everywhere. Stay off social media as best as you can, because a lot of it is the example of no truth. Stay within yourself, look after yourself, look after your immune system, go into nature, and find people that are in your community that are doing good work out there. That is where you'll find truth, in your home, in your backyards, in your communities. So, in saying that, Ada, if there's any questions, my dear, or if anyone wants to ask a question or share a project within a few minutes, put your hand up. If not, we're going to round this up with a song, again with messages and a prayer. So we'll wait and see if Ada.
Hello. So I did get a question, and I got a question for Anette. And Sylvester wondered what animal you were talking about, and I believe it's a musk ox, right?
Yes, a musk ox is it's like kind of like a buffalo, but it's like the northern part of the world. You can find it in Greenland. It's actually more related to goats, but it's a big fellow, and short legs. And I can, if you would like to, I can put a picture of the musk ox on my Facebook or on my web page, you know, and more info about Brutus and how it's going. His name is Brutus, this one who's circling around here. He's still here, close by this house right now, in the forest hiding. And well, if you would like to know more about what's happening with him, I will be very happy and pleased to share that message or knowledge.
Thank you. And yeah, and have hope, people. Like I said, it might not seem like there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There is. For those of you that don't know where I am, I'm in Adelaide. I landed here from the Netherlands and went straight into quarantine lockdown. It right from the start, from the airport, was the most inhumane, abusive experience of no facts, no truth, no voice, where I got my freedom totally taken away, where you weren't even allowed to talk. And where I got put in a room and had to go through quite a psychologically abusive experience of the testing, where they had to do swabs, which I didn't consent to, and where I got told, even though I talked truth and I had facts, from the dangers of piercing a stick within the blood-brain barrier, which is very is one of the only doorways that can leak into your brain if it's disturbed, where the fluid can come out. So I talked truth, had facts, and all I was told is if I didn't do this, I could get fined and possibly arrested. Now, this is a really good example of where truth was, where it was met, where it took away my freedom. However, and we've all been going through that, I didn't let it take my energy. I turned it into a positive, where I thought, I've experienced this, and I did prayer, and I'm going to be in contact with people that went through the same experience. So we are going to be productive, be respectful, work together to bring change. So right now, I'm an example witnessing that we haven't got there yet because I'm in quarantine lockdown, which doesn't make sense on the process. People are doing their jobs and you've got to be safe, but we should have a freedom of choice to at least understand what's going on. And when there's facts there, we should be able to have a choice. We're getting there, people. So soon we're going to put things in place. So it's about patience. It's time, stand up, work together. So then the future is going to be imbalanced through truth. Some amazing campaigns and gatherings are going to come next year. I'm going to be working with Grandma Anette and beautiful people in Sweden that I just met. I've got a massive, beautiful family in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and all over the world, but we're coming to bring also a campaign of no harm, awakening the identity. So to get to truth, we have to help heal each other. And right now, because of what's happening here in my homes, Aotearoa, and here in Australia, I'm going to stay put here to help with the systems of truth, so then I can bring them across to the other side of the world. So there is a lot happening. Be patient. Know that big work's coming, people. So really look after yourself and support and be kind to each other. Connect with nature. Listen to the animals and listen to our children. So, Christine, if you can do us the honor again to push the energy through of what people are thinking, feeling, seeing, and to keep that motion in movement. So thank you.
Yay. Yeah, how to stay happy, no? How to stay happy.
Love, peace, and harmony. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace,
and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony.
Shoo!
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Did you want to say anything? Did you want to share any other words?
One more time.
Did you want to share any other words from?
The words.
Did you want to talk about the topic? Did you want to add in to the topic or anything before I close on? No?
Yes, I want. But sometimes the voices have no. And this is also a challenge, no? In this time, is how do we listen to the elements that has no voice? How do we listen with silence to the silence? No? And this is, I think, a challenge for humanity. Many challenges, but we need to learn to listen to the beings that has no voice, as we usually understand voice. This is what I want to share.
Thank you. And I just want to add in, I can feel my beautiful Auntie Sue, that's here in the Zoom, who I had the privilege of being so close to in the lockdown. And I've never heard anyone talk with so much education from truth, from her hard work of the immune system and extensive wellbeing tools. And I can feel her, and all I can hear is rainbow, the rainbow, the rainbow. And what does that mean? We have to also be truthful to ourselves around self-responsibility on how we look after ourselves. If we don't look after our gut and be mindful of what we put in it. So Auntie talks about so much, but when she talks about the rainbow, it's about the healthy colours of food. Are we putting in what is healthy, that looks healthy, that smells, feels healthy? Because when we look after ourselves within, the gut, our tummies, our puku, our will, our intuition, then transforms and moves around to our heart, to our mind, which allows us to work productively, to work in a manner that serves us. And so if we're talking about what's happening in COVID right now, that lovely word I didn't want to bring in, however, in reality, it's about looking after number one. So that's all the food and the plants, everything that gives us life. And also, you know, there's facts out there around we're needing, when our immune system goes down, and for all the vulnerable people, up to 3,000 to 5,000 units of vitamin D. So that is where we have to get out and be grateful for nature, the sun. And so right now, if people don't understand truth, or they're finding it hard to find truth, it's because look within. What's going on inside you? Because if we're not looking after ourselves first inside, everything else is going to be unbalanced outside, especially this. So I hope people got some tools. I hope it resonated. I hope through the stories, it's not all about talking. The stories, the songs, the voices, the silence, all plays a part. Thank you for everyone that's doing hard work out there. Susan, I see you coming in from Netherlands. Susan's part of the global family that channels in also for Mother Earth and the elements. And she's taken time out to go in and sit quietly to upgrade our toolboxes to be in service for everyone. So thank you, Susan. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to finish with, I'm going to add in with the song, which is from Samoa. It's my mum's lineage. It's a song about our walk, our responsibility. No more talking, it's all about action. Don't listen to all the drama out there. Don't listen to things that aren't truthful. Turn it off, go within. And when we do that, it ends up in a celebration. So the song, which I'm going to talk it through, and then if Aira can, not yet, after I do the song first, unmute all of us, and whoever wants to join in, you can join in. So I'm going to guide you through it. It's very short, but it's deep, and it belongs to everyone. So the song goes, Sa vali vali, we are on the same walk, or else you wouldn't be here. Tau tala tala, there's too much talking. Turn off what doesn't serve you. Turn off when you feel, that doesn't feel right. Turn off when you know it's not truthful, because you're wasting all this time and energy to stand up and be in collaboration of action. Alofa yata oi, that spirit that allowed us to be free when we got all of it in abundance at birth, is around us, above us, behind us, beneath us, within us, near us, in our homes, in the world. So take it easy, whai le mu. Enjoy, take time out, don't overwork, be kind, share. And at the end of the song, we celebrate with a shee-hoo. So I'm going to sing it first through, and then you're going to help me on the second round. Sa vali vali, we're on the walk. Tau tala tala, too much talk. Alofa yata oi, spirit loves you. Take it easy, whai le mu. Take it easy, whai le mu. And on 3, 1, 2, 3, we're all going to go, shoo! So this is for you, Aunty Sue. So Aira, can you take the mic off, everyone? There's only Fiona.
Yeah,
Yay,
I cannot take the mic off, everyone. However, if you want to join in, you can feel free to unmute
Okay.
yourself.
So here we go. So I'm going to sing and use repeat. And remember, at the end on 3, we're all going to do a shee-hoo. So everyone worldwide can hear us. So, sa vali vali,
Valley, valley,
on the walk.
We
On the
on the walk.
Try this one, Sylvester, help me out. Tau tala tala,
Ta-
Tala, tala,
too much talk.
it's too much talk.
Time for action, people. Alofa yata oi.
Love for a toy.
Spirit loves you.
Spirit
loves
loves you.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Bye bye.
high
Bye,
five.
bye.
Yeah, moo.
Yeah, boo.
Oh my gosh, we're going to do that again. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Yeah, moo.
yeah, boo.
On Trisha, on 3. 1, 2, 3. You must remember, be joyful, have fun, laughter, dance, and look after number 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aunty Ivy.
Thank you.
Hey, Auntie Fiona. So we're going to...
Thank you.
Oh, hello, darling. Oh, she's crying. So we're going to stop the recording, but if for those that want to stay on, hello, Uncle. There's Mark.